Okay, so during meditation this rising, I'm just going to say a few things that Spirit told me by way of my father in regards to really a lot of different things, but one of them was in regards to death and life, and the other things were all connected to my divine partner. So one of the first things that he was talking about was he had applauded me on my breathing, and then it was like he said could do that very well, something like it was going to be like the last breaths that I take. And at first I didn't understand it, and I didn't like it, to be quite honest, because I feel that it dealt with death. But then I went into more questioning about that, and what Daddy started to tell me was basically, if in the event I find myself in the place where death is there, it's present, and I am about to go, like whether it's an accident or even if I'm in the presence and I'm having to make this decision myself, he was saying to go ahead and willingly give up my life, to choose death, because choosing death only opens me up to another life. So basically the summary of everything he was saying was, don't attempt to save my life or fight necessarily for my life unless prompted intuitively to do so. Laying my life down actually gives me my life back, period. Whether if I choose to go ahead and lay my life down, whether it's given back to me in this lifetime, or if I'm allowed, of course, to go enter into another life. It's a win-win either way. That was the first thing. And then the next messages, they were all about my divine partner. And my daddy was telling me how much he loved me and how much he adored me, and that he was even in love with me. It said something about like another lifetime we were connected in a different way. And I didn't feel like this was incestuous or anything. I really feel like this was a totally, like his energy was totally different towards me before. And that in this past lifetime that we did share, as he was my father, because he knew that I was very sensitive and all that, it's like he wanted to try to make me stronger this lifetime. He says he now realizes, though, that my emotional vulnerability and my sensitivity, it is the strength that I have. But he says that this was why he was so protective, fiercely over me. He called me his baby girl, like his first and his baby girl, first and last type energy. And then the next thing he told me was that in regards to my divine partner, that he is coming, that we will be together, that the month of August is very significant for us. I was told a few different signs to look for. I'm not going to repeat them out loud. I do have them in my heart, and I will hold them there. I will say them out loud, I think, once they manifest. I just know that the adversaries and other enemies, they listen to everything too. They can. So basically, my person is coming. He will be here very shortly, to be quite honest, and we will be spending a lot of time together, that I'm going to help usher him into his own spirituality. Just being in my presence is going to teach him a lot. Likewise for me, I'm also going to learn a lot from him. I got to see us working together. Now, I feel like I kind of have an idea of who this person is, but at the same time, I don't want to say anything about it, because I just wanted to manifest first before, because I was still hearing that it's not who I think it is. So I really I don't know which men it will be in my life who I've been attached to. But I did also ask for clearing of different attachments during my writing of what I want to manifest, my scripting. I asked to clear all attachments from men that are not my divine counterpart. So I think that's beautiful, because it's basically like, even though I had not yet gone into meditation yet, it's like that was preparation for what was going to come during meditation. So it is confirmed. My divine partner is coming. I'm trying not to say it. I'm really excited about what I heard. Like, we are literally about to be together and in union and starting our lives together in union, and whatever that encompasses, the missions, the lessons that we have to teach one another, and how we're going to somehow both be very aware. My dad did mention the phrase of basically submission, that this man is going to be in submission to me, not like rude or anything. It's just he is willingly going to place himself under my tutelage. Like, he's ready to learn from me, to learn how I move, how I use my gifts, my spiritual gifts, and all of that. And he is going to be open to what I teach him. And that's what I saw. I felt the energy of love just really permeating through us, and passion as well. My father also let me know that we are going to be all over each other. But it's not just about that. It's about just this whole dynamic of wanting to be one with one another. Our being together intimately and stuff is going to only strengthen our bond and our connection. He made me feel as if this apartment that we will be sharing together is going to be like our safe haven, our safe haven, our bubble. That we are going to grow strong here, and that we will face and take on the world from in our sanctuary. And it was such a beautiful feeling that I got. We are going to choose each other above everything else. The phrase cleaving to one another was definitely here. This is going to be a given. It's like nobody else is going to matter. He also informed me that they're going to be working this entire time basically to move us towards one another. Anything that, or any person or idea that's been stopping him and I from coming together, these things are being literally moved out of the way. And I saw the Tower card, and my father also told me that one of the signs of who this person will be and who it is, this person is going to call me, and they are going to confide in me a great deal about the things that they're dealing with, that they're going through. My dad told me to make time for him, to not to be angry, or to look at him calling me and confiding in me as anything other than a sign of who he is to me, and to be there basically for him. So I was told that we will be living together, that this person is going to come in, and this is going to become his home, and it's going to be me and him. And the season is eternity. That's what he said. The season is eternity. So that's that with that. Those are the messages. I had more, but I just want to stop there. And I'm just grateful. Daddy said he is fiercely protective of me even now, and that he is fighting for me even in the spirit. He was telling me that he just didn't want anything to happen to me because of my spirit, and that, he fiercely guards me against men, and that he plans to cause harm, to be quite honest. And that's in a very concise sentence. Daddy plans to make sure that harm comes to any man who harms me in any way, that's emotionally or whatever. And so that's that with that. All right, so those are my thoughts.